Today's Namaste Yoga continues our Awakening Your True Self series with the 6 perfections, and the first perfection is generosity. Hello and welcome to episode 325 of Namaste Yoga. I'm Dr. Melissa West. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for welcoming me into your home for the next hour as we journey into our innermost homes. Today is a beautiful day here in Victoria, BC. We are on Anderson Hill. There's a gentle breeze, so I'm sorry if I keep poking at my eyes. I've had something in my eye all day, but also my hair keeps blowing in my eyes. And I want to thank Squeeze Yoga Clothing for my clothes. Today I'm wearing a long sleeve bamboo top with a dancing Ganesh on it and long yoga leggings with the Om Mani Padme Om mantra around them. And thanks to Dusky Leaf for my props. You'll need a yoga mat today and possibly blocks, but I don't think you'll really need too many props today. I want to thank, I've got a testimonial from Finland today that came via my email. And he says, hello, greetings from Finland. I started following your yoga lessons from YouTube about 3 weeks ago. It is really great stuff. I am a 49-year-old man and I am an absolute beginner in yoga. Thank you so much and keep up the good works. Yours, Mr. Sakara Luoma. So thank you very much for sending your testimonials to me via email, in the YouTube comments, on Facebook and Instagram, and in the membership community. We love hearing from you and we love responding to your comments. Today, I will get you to start lying on your back with your knees bent and your feet flat on the floor. So let's just take a moment to shift our focus from the external focus of your day-to-day life to the internal focus here on the mat. So take a moment to take in your surroundings. Take a deep breath in. And exhale and slowly close your eyes and allow yourself to turn inward. And smile inwardly to yourself. And then we're going to inhale. Lift your arms a little bit. Inhale, lift your arms a little bit more. Inhale all the way, take your arms all the way overhead. And then exhale your arms down and around. Inhale, lift your arms up a little bit. Inhale, lift your arms a little bit more. Inhale, lift your arms all the way overhead. Exhale, down and around. Inhale, lift your arms a bit. Inhale a little bit more. Inhale over all the way overhead. And exhale down and around. Inhale up. Inhale a little more. Inhale all the way overhead. And exhale down and around. Inhale up. Inhale a little more. Inhale all the way. And exhale down and around. Now let's add some movement through your lower body to this. So you're going to start lifting up into bridge pose. You could place one of your blocks between your knees for good alignment and muscular recruiting through your legs as well. So you're going to inhale, lift your pelvis a bit, lift a little bit more, keep doing your arms. Inhale all the way, and then exhale down and around and lower down. Inhale, lift, lift, and lift, and then exhale down and around. Inhale, lift, lift, lift. Exhale down and around. Inhale, lift, lift, lift. Exhale down and around. Inhale, lift, lift, lift. Exhale down and around, and one more like that. Inhale, lift, lift, and lift. And exhale down and around. Then you're going to take your block and put it off to the side and take your hands behind your knees and rock yourself up. And then you're going to come up to a seated position, and if it's comfortable for you, you're going to sit cross-legged with one leg in front of the other. And if that's not comfortable for you, you're going to sit in a chair for this whole thing. We're going to do a modified spinal energy series. That is, we're just going to break it down so that it's not as long for the sake of this class. You're going to place your hands on your ankles, and you're going to inhale and tip your pelvis forward, and then you're going to exhale and tip your pelvis back. So you don't want your head to be tipping forward and back too much. You don't want to give yourself whiplash. You want your eyes to remain level throughout this whole thing. So you're going to inhale forward, exhale back. And then you're going to take your hands and place them on your knees. You're going to inhale and you're going to circle your navel around front, and then exhale, circled around the back. Then you're going to go the other way. And then you're going to take your hands and place them on your shoulders with your fingertips pointing forward and your thumbs pointing back of your shoulders. And you're going to inhale to the left and exhale to the right like a washing machine. Take a big breath in the middle. And exhale. Take your hands back on your knees. You're going to move from your heart center now. So you're going to inhale and arch your heart forward, and then exhale and arch your heart back. And again, keep your chin level to the ground. Okay, so inhale, bring your chest forward. Exhale, bring your heart back. Big inhale and exhale. Okay, from here, you're going to do your shoulders. So you inhale, bring your shoulders up to your ears, and exhale and drop them down. If that bothers your neck or your shoulders or anything, you can do shoulder rolls instead. Okay, so inhale up, exhale down. Big inhale up and exhale down. And then you're going to circle your head around in front 5 times. And then 5 times the other way. Okay, and that is our spinal energy series. So from here, we're going to do a short little meditation, and then we're going to go into the teachings for today. So you can sit either in your chair, you can stay sitting in your chair, or you can stay sitting here cross-legged. And I'm going to just get you to close your eyes, and you're going to breathe in. And as you breathe in, this is a Thich Nhat Hanh meditation. You're going to say, breathing in, I calm my body. And as you breathe out, you say to yourself, breathing out, I smile. Then you actually smile as you breathe out. So breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I smile, and actually smile on your face. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I smile. So let's do this for 3 minutes. One more breath, breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I smile. Keep that internal focus. We have a little friend here. I'm wondering if you can even hear him. There's this bee. Just as I say that, maybe he's gone. Through that whole meditation, no, he's still here. There's a bee with us, just hovering all around my mat. I can hear buzz, buzz, the buzzing of the bee. So I was smiling to the bee. Okay. So, with today's class, we are entering into a new phase of the Awakening to Your True Self series with the 6 perfections or the 6 paramitas. So according to Mahayana Buddhism, the 6 perfections are generosity, morality, patience, energy, meditation, and wisdom. So Dana Paramita, or the perfection of generosity, believes that everybody has enough according to their needs. So the practice of Dana Paramita is to see that everybody receives that bounty of life in good and appropriate measure. There is a natural flow of abundance. So the idea is that there is a natural flow of abundance, but sometimes this flow of abundance gets obstructed. So it's almost like there's a dam or a kink in the hose. And so as mindful and aware yogis or mindful and aware meditators, it's part of our practice to clear the blockages in the natural flow of abundance when we witness it in the world. Perfect giving, according to Mahayana Buddhism, transcends traditional ideas of giving with the idea of a gift, giver, and a receiver. This is giving beyond giving. There's a belief that one cannot give anything because everything is already given. So you can, when you're out in nature, I can really open up and embrace this idea that everything is already given. So with perfect giving, there are 3 things that you can give. You gotta love Buddhism and their list. They always have great lists. So easy to teach from. You can give materially. So you can give things such as money and food, clothing and housing. You can give your basic goodness, that is kindness, a kind word, a thought, a prayer, spiritual teachings. Or you can give fearlessness, so that one is no longer afraid or constricted. Of these 3 gifts, the gift of material giving is held as the least important thing to give. Dana Paramita gives us the opportunity to recognize the beauty, wonder, power, and value of our inner and spiritual lives. You could have tons of material wealth, but if you have a closed heart, you won't be wealthy. It's possible for all beings to express the joy and love of life. So, for example, when we chant a sutra, that generates spiritual goodness. At the end of every Namaste Yoga class, we chant a mantra, Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu, with a series of hand mudras. And this mantra means, may all beings be happy and free, and may the thoughts, words, and actions of my own life contribute to the happiness and freedom for all. This is a beautiful prayer of generosity that we use to gather in the fruits of our own practice, and then instead of keeping it for ourselves, we offer it out into the world. And I find it really interesting that there is a lot of edginess around that for a lot of people, that they bump up against it so much. Because what we're doing is simply taking the spiritual goodness we've generated through our yoga practice and giving it to those in need. It's a beautiful practice of generosity, and it's a highly valued and incredibly important and generous practice. So I just wanted to highlight it here as such for those of you that choose to practice it at the end of Namaste Yoga. Thich Nhat Hanh says that we can offer our joy, our happiness, and our love. Your own happiness is an act of generosity. So it's very simple to share this. You can share this with your smile. And we're not asking you to do this indiscriminately. If somebody's having a bad day, of course, it's really awful for you to come up to them and impose a smile or a stupid joke on them. But to share in, we started this series with sympathetic joy. To share sympathetic joy with another human being is one of the highest qualities that you can share. So to offer your joy with discernment is a beautiful practice. So reflect on these teachings and see how they relate to you in your life. And then begin to form an intention of what you would like to receive from the rest of your practice today, and what you would like to create, sustain, or release or rebirth in your life, and then form that intention. And once you've formed your intention, then we're going to do side plank. So you're going to come down onto your right arm to start, right elbow. Okay, so you'll start down on your right elbow with your body in a straight line. You're going to pull your right shoulder back and bend your knees back. And then you're going to lift your rib cage away from you until your pelvis lifts off the ground. Inhale here. And you're going to exhale, rotate, and inhale, lift up. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, lift up. And one more. And then slowly lower down and come up and over onto the other side. Okay, so now you're going to come onto your left elbow and pull your shoulder back. And then you're going to bend your left knees back. Lift your rib cage away, and then you'll lift your pelvis off the ground. Bring your right arm up. Inhale here. Exhale, rotate through. Inhale up. And one more. Reach up and then slowly lower down. From here, we're going to come over onto all fours. And you can spread your fingers nice and wide. Tuck your toes under. Inhale. Exhale. Adho Mukha Svanasana. And then look at the space between your hands. Walk your feet into your hands. And then you're going to slowly roll up to standing. Okay, from standing, we're going to do breath of joy to help to generate that joy that you can offer to others. For breath of joy, you bring your arms straight out in front and then out to the side and then all the way overhead. So you breathe in 3 parts. Inhale, 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 and then you exhale and you bend your knees and you fold forward. Okay, if you have high blood pressure or low pressure and it makes you dizzy when you come up and down, then do the inhale, 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 and exhale without that big fold forward so you're not coming up and down the whole time. Okay, so let's go. Okay, so finish down and stay down here for a few breaths so that you don't get dizzy when you come up. You're going to come up slowly. You could actually stay down. Just kind of waddle over to the top end of your mat because we're going to walk back into down dog. So you don't actually even have to come up. That's probably even better. So just make your way into Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog, without even coming up to standing. That solves that whole dizziness problem. And from downward facing dog, what you're going to do is take your back right leg straight behind you. And then you're going to open your right hip and bend your right leg. So you've got a really nice opening through your right hip. This is going to help to prepare you for our next posture. And then come back to the center and we'll take a little break between the sides. So why don't you come down into child's pose and rest. If this doesn't work for your knees, you can lie on your back and hug your knees into your chest instead. Remember, you can always open your knees and make space for your belly here. Okay, and then we're going to come up and do that Adho Mukha Svanasana on the other side. So bring your hands underneath your shoulders again, knees underneath your hips, tuck your toes under, inhale, exhale, come into your downward facing dog, and then take your left leg straight behind, drop your right sit bone, open your left hip, and then bend your left leg. And then rotate back center, and we'll take another break here before we move on. So back to child's pose or knees to chest pose, whatever works best for you and your body. Doing really well. We're doing a lot of strengthening poses and poses that are quite opening to express the generosity in our body. Okay, and then you're going to slowly come up after that rest, and we're going to do our next posture. So the option for modifying this posture would to be go and just be still here. Tim thinks I might be on their nest here, which is quite possibly true. They're just waiting for me to leave. So the option to modify this posture, you're going to start on your right side, is to do the modified plank that we just did. Or you can do you can come along for building this posture. We're going to do wild thing pose, or attempt to do wild thing pose. You're going to place your left hand underneath your left shoulder, your legs in a straight line, and then you're going to lift up into side plank. You step your right leg behind, and then you lift and open. And then slowly lower down. And we'll try this on the other side. So you come onto your left side now. So you come onto your right side. You lift up into plank. You step your top leg behind. You lift up and open your arms. And then you slowly lower down. And that's the hardest part of the class done. So you can know that. Take your legs straight out in front of you. And you're going to bend your right leg in. Cross your right leg over your left leg. Wrap your left arm around your right leg and turn towards it. Lengthen up tall through your spine. And then come back to the center and bring your right leg out to the side. Inhale here, lift your body nice and tall. Exhale, hinge forward through your hips. Reach your heart beyond your knee towards your shin. And imagine smiling to your heart. that bee is finally doing Savasana. We're going to be doing Savasana soon too. Oh, there it goes again. Short Savasana. Okay, and then you're going to come up. And let's do this on the other side. So your right leg is extended now. Bend your left leg in. Cross your left leg over your right leg. Wrap your right arm around your left leg. Turn towards it. Lengthen up tall through your spine for the twist. And then come back to the center. Take your left leg out to the side with your left foot on the inside of your leg. Inhale, exhale, hinge forward, reach your heart towards your shin, and smile to your heart. And then slowly make your way back up to seated. And you're going to slowly lie down onto your back for Shavasana with your palms turned up beside you to allow yourself to receive and integrate your practice. And I wish all of you were here with me right now so you could receive all that prana and energy from the sun, because it's just a beautiful day. You're going to stay here lying on your back. I'm going to sit up and share a reading with you from Thich Nhat Hanh on generosity. So Thich Nhat Hanh on practicing generosity says, every person, no matter their wealth, is equally capable of practicing generosity. Some people think that they can practice generosity only if they are wealthy. This isn't true. Some people who are very wealthy do practice generosity, but many only do charity with the aim of gaining merit, profiting, or pleasing others. People whose lives are grounded in compassion are seldom rich because they share whatever they have with others. They are not willing to enrich their lives financially at the cost of others' poverty. Many people misunderstand the Buddhist expression practicing generosity to mean casually giving 5 or 10 cents to a beggar on the street if we happen to have it in our pockets. The practice of generosity is more beautiful than that. It is both modest and grand. Practicing generosity means continually acting in a way that will help equalize the difference between the wealthy and the impoverished. Whatever we do to ease human suffering and create social justice can be considered practicing generosity. That is not to say that we must become active in any political system. To engage in partisan political action that leads to a power struggle among opposing parties and causes death and destruction is not what we mean by practicing generosity. How can a person practicing, knowing how to feel satisfied with a few possessions, also practice generosity? It is by living simply. Almost everyone who spends his or her life serving and helping others, sacrificing themselves for the sake of humanity, lives simply. If they live their lives worrying about making money and gaining merit, how can they be practicing generosity? Mahatma Gandhi lived a very simple life. Nevertheless, his merit helping humanity and saving human beings was immeasurable. There are thousands of people among us who live very simply while being very helpful to many, many others. They do not have as great a reputation as Gandhi, but their merit is no less than his. It is enough for us just to be a little more attentive and aware of the presence of people like these. They do not practice generosity by giving money that they do not possess, but rather by giving their time, energy, love, and care, their entire lives. Practicing generosity in a Buddhist context means to consider everyone equal, not to discriminate against anyone. There are cruel persons and kind persons among the poor and destitute, just as there are among the wealthy, and we must not exclude the cruel ones from our practice. As the sutra states, bodhisattvas consider everyone, friends and enemies alike, as equal. They do not condemn anyone's past wrongdoings, nor do they hate those who are presently doing harm. This expresses the spirit of Mahayana Buddhism. Poverty creates anger, hatred, and wrongdoing. If we teach Buddhist philosophy through lectures but do not practice generosity to ease the suffering of others, we have not yet attained the essence of Buddhism. We should practice generosity with compassion and not disdain, without discriminating against people who, because of their poverty, have caused anger and hatred. So that was an excerpt from Thich Nhat Hanh on practicing generosity. So gradually allow your breath to deepen here. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Bend your knees and roll to your side and take a breath there. And then you can slowly make your way up to seated. And we'll finish our practice today with this beautiful offering of generosity that we do at the end of every class, the Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu, which allows us to gather in first the fruits of our practice and then offer it out into the world. So may all beings be happy and free, and may the thoughts, words, and actions of our own life contribute to the happiness and freedom for all. It's a beautiful mantra, it's a beautiful prayer, it's a beautiful practice of generosity. So left palm up, right palm down, making space with breath and a sigh. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Thank you so much for joining us for episode 325 of Namaste Yoga. I appreciate so much your presence here. If you like today's show, then you can express your generosity by pressing that like button. If you know somebody who would enjoy today's show, then please share it with them. I heard something really fun on another YouTuber's channel this week. She said, I don't have videos of dancing hamsters, so I'm not likely to go viral, but you can really help me out by sharing my videos, and that's true for us too. If you're new to our channel, we put out a free yoga show every Friday, so subscribe to our channel and it'll show up in your feed every Friday. And if you're watching on iTunes, please leave a 5-star review as well. That would help us out as well. And we would like to thank you for the generosity of your monetary donations. We do live in a pecuniary world, which means that everything we do costs money. So just because I'm a yoga teacher doesn't mean that I get free rent and free ride. So your monetary donations do make a big difference to me. So does your kindness, but the monetary donations do help us to continue to offer these classes freely. So thank you, Hillary, Eva, Rowena, Diane, and Donna. And today's question to answer in the comments is, how are you going to practice offering the generosity of kindness this week? I would love to hear how you are spreading the generosity of kindness this week. And if you would like to know the 4 benefits of Thich Nhat Hanh's smiling meditation and one bonus tip to go along with that smiling meditation, then go to melissawest.com/325. Scroll to the bottom. There's an opt-in box there. If you put your email address in there, then I will send you the 4 benefits to Thich Nhat Hanh's smiling meditation that we did today, as well as one bonus tip of how to practice that meditation. And I just clicked on my own link there. Let's see. Here we go. And if you would like more support in building a practice in generosity, then I would recommend you check out our Sankalp series in our membership community. This is a 5-class series on how to set intentions. The first class is setting an intention for your yoga practice. The second one is how to set an intention for your day. The third one goes over helping you find your values and strengths. The fourth one is about finding your dharma, your purpose for your life. And the fifth one is a lecture on answering your questions and just going over more about what Sankalp is and things like that. So it's a great series, and I think in terms of maybe cultivating an intention around generosity, it could be really helpful. So to become a member, just click here and click here below. So I'm sending you much love from beautiful British Columbia. May your joy be as deep as our Pacific Ocean. May you be as strong as our mountains, and may you be as rooted as the trees in our forest. Om Shanti. Namaste.
Melissa would love to hear your questions and thoughts. Please leave your comments below the video. Thank you for your reviews on iTunes and YouTube. Your reviews help us to share yoga and a yoga lifestyle with others around the world. If you have a question for Melissa, you can leave a voice message at melissawest.com, and Melissa may answer it in an upcoming blog.